Spectre, you see it a counter sniper, and it's picked almost solely in that situation. I think teams rarely pick it up to have it just in general. It's pretty obviously the ability to farm and then come to any fight with Han is very nice. He'll carry super hard as Spectres want to do, and then obviously to deal with the anti-mage might be nice. We'll see. It's gonna be interesting, and I'm not sure. It's pretty good defensively. They won't be doing like anything aggro for NIP, especially with an anti-mage, so he'll be able to get farm. That's the biggest issue I think is for Spectre is sometimes in a lane you just have a really rough time because they like aggro duel or aggro try or something. I don't think that's the case here. I think Fierce should just get enough farm to be fine.
Yeah, I mean, as far as just their draft in general, it's crazy good because once they hit their timings and then once they hit their big items, Storm Spirit hitting, I've been seeing him rush the Bloodstone more, but because he's up against an anti-mage, if he can get a fast Orchids, generally you're almost always going to get an Orchids before the anti-mage gets a Battle Fury and a Manta. It's just, unless he's having the best game of his life, he's not going to have that Manta before you get your Orchids. And it could be an easy pick-off onto the anti-mage. I think what invited EG to pick the Spectre was just simply because Nip picked the anti-mage. If Nip picked something else different, like some kind of more fighting carry, like, I'm just throwing it out there, probably not, but the Gyro or something along those lines, Potom, then I don't think that EG picks Spectre because it's going to take longer for them to come online. But because Nip say, hey, we want to farm up our anti-mage and not really be too involved with our one position carry, that invites EG to do the same kind of thing. So they kind of mirrored their draft. Nip picked a jungler, EG picked a jungler. I don't know if it was in that order, but then Nip picked a really hard farming carry that doesn't do too much in the mid or early in the mid game. EG did the same thing. So they're just kind of copying in a sense what Nip are doing and saying we can do it better.
Yeah, the thing is that NIP, I feel like they have better overall team fight, but you can never count out a Storm Spirit for Sumail. The Roar, the single target pickoff for EG is, I think, certainly stronger. Maybe a little bit later, once there's like a Radiance or something for Fear, if that's what he goes for. They have a brighter time, but PPD zoning out Jonas on Thane very, very effectively with his right click. Which, by the way, PPD already countered. There was a ward here at the secondary pole camp, and he counter-warded it immediately. That's a very, very big ward kill coming up for PPD early on in this game. And that allows them to have the pole camp. AUI is, I think he's stacked. Yeah, he's stacked quickly. Or whoever, probably Sumail later on down the road. A good start.
And Limp taking a lot of damage here in the mid. He actually didn't go for the skewer first too, or sorry, secondary. So he wants some extra last hit ability with his Empower level 1. He's gonna bottle curl right now. Actually, he's kind of screwing it up a little bit, being a little bit slow. Has level 2 Shockwave, misses a CS unfortunately with it, so faltering just a little bit. He's up to 3 CS, but Sumail doing a much better time in mid, as really to be expected, but really controlling this mid lane.
Yeah, this is, like you said, to be expected, but at the same time, Limp, because he gets this important in Empower, he really should be last hitting a little bit more effectively. He's up to 6 now, not too bad, but Jungle Enigma, no surprise there that he's leading the way with 12 last hits, and he'll be going for his Soul Ring. And so the early stages of this game, it's just going to be the jungle's farming and making sure they get up their mechs, and then maybe there's a kill in the off lane. We'll see if either team can get it. Cask would be nice to have to stop maybe an Icarus dive. And I don't know if they kill Universe. Universe seems to be doing pretty well. He's got that off-lane camp to pull with, and he's up to 7 last hits. He's doing pretty well. 5 last hits coming up for Jonas on Thane, which is nice, but so far it's really
a lot in this lane. It's very, very good for him. Seal Kid, I don't know if the lane was back too far or where it started, but I think he's gotten more than he should. And as a result, this lane's going to push another time, or push a little bit more. They have double Archer coming their way. It's going to be a little bit harder for Era to CS as well. But yeah, this is going to be a lot of extra farm and experience that I don't think Universe should get, honestly. I think that this is a very strong dual lane, and I just don't know if they controlled the lane properly. Maybe he pulled with creeps I didn't see. I was watching mostly mid.
Universe did pull. He pulled with the side lane camp, yeah.
Ooh, that's not good then. They should have prevented that.
He also got a couple of the CS while he was pulling as well. So it's just really good positioning from Universe, using the offlane pull camp to his effectiveness. PPD zoning out Jonas on Fan a bit effectively as well, but Jonas went to get the bottom rune, I think, and I'm pretty sure he got it. It was an illusion rune, actually. So there was that. And Universe was just kind of in lane soaking up experience. Universe up to 800 gold. They're going to try to man fight. Universe has double boar now, and Era has to be very careful. He'll blink away. Denies one of his boars, and now will buy boots. Look to get up the Soul Ring, like you said. Tranquil Soul Ring. Blink very common on Beast Masters, especially in the off lane. I think that's fine.
Yep, and now he's pulling the creeps away so that he can't get the connect. I'm just not convinced that with this kind of power of a duel lane, you would think Anti-Mage is not that strong on duel lanes, but he's actually very, very strong because he has Blink and Mana Break, which gives you extra damage. And then Skywrath, and since it's Dire, it shouldn't really be difficult to get the proper lane positioning. Again, like I didn't see at the beginning, maybe he blocked it so that the Archer was in front.
Oh, I thought he was getting down, sorry.
Yeah, he's getting quite a lot out of this off lane.
Seal Kid even getting harassed, and he's going back home. He's out of mana. He has nothing to work with. And Universe now gets, again, more room to work with here in the offlane. He's level 4. I think the Phoenix is level 3, so that's the difference there. Era's going to get bored up again. The Axe is going to go through, not actually getting any CS, but Era has to be careful. Mana Break's going to go through, is doing a decent chunk of damage, but the right click of Universe is no joke either. And he's even last hitting with the boar, which is not that easy. The right click of the boar is maybe not what you would want. And Era actually walks to the side shot, but he's going to have to blink away. And now he's going to start getting denied and missing some CS as well.
When his blink cooldown is up, they can maybe get this kill, although he did place a fresh ward over here to the right, so it is going to spot out Seal Kid.
I mean, Universe may be in trouble, though. He's going to get conk-shotted, and he's actually out of mana.
Up that far.
Yeah, he was up way too far, and that's going to be first blood, it looks like, for NIP. So despite Universe getting so much, it is going to be Seal Kid grabbing the first blood, and he was just a bit too aggressive in that lane. Now the roam on to mid. Hanskin, ball lightning away from Smell. He just got 6. Had he not had that, Hanskin probably rotates in. Even had Black Hole available to go, and they just couldn't secure it, but maybe would have if they had a no level 6 on Sumail.
Yep. Nice rotation there from Hanskin, but not able to get the kill. Level 6 at 5 minutes, pretty much on par with free farming Enigmas. It is a little unfortunate that Seal Kid got the first blood. You would have liked to have it on your anti-mage just for a really super fast Battle Fury. But I'm sure they're okay. Yeah, it kind of sucks because Universe is doing so well in that lane. Had that ward down, but maybe just wasn't really paying attention. Maybe was focusing on getting the last hit at the time or something. So, yeah. Ooh, gets a nice wild axis there with 2 CS. Gonna get 3 CS with the boar right there. Maybe 4. Can he make it a 4 or not?
The boar still, he's gonna pull again here with this creep camp. He's done such a good job of controlling the lane down bottom though. Jonas is starting to leech experience on his own. He's getting close to the experience level. And even his harassing now, Fear. He's getting close to the experience level of Universe. He's gonna Icarus dive. I don't know, can he get this kill? Fear is in trouble, he's alone. Jonas Fed going in deep. He wants it, he's not gonna get it. Now actually Jonas is gonna go down, the hand of God coming out as well, and Fear actually picks up the kill. Top lane, Universe in trouble. They actually come in as well with Limp, pops the RP. It is an offlaner for an offlaner. This time Seal Kid again gets the kill. But offlane for offlane trade coming out.
I mean, that was just, I'm sorry, that was a ridiculous dive by Jonas, fan. I don't think that he gets that kill at all unless he hit level 6, and even then I think Fear's fast enough that he can run away from the egg and he wouldn't take enough damage. I mean, he doesn't even have wards to spot out rotations of enemy heroes, so that was just very wishful thinking, and that's a big kill. Fear got the kill. He's still up to 40 CS. I think he got maybe shared the experience, but doesn't matter. That was just a very, very big kill for Fear. This is a hero that needs all the farm he can get too, and makes great use of it. When we talk about net worth comparisons here, you know, Spectre with 14,000 net worth I think is a lot more valuable than an anti-mage with 14,000 net worth.
Yes.
So when they're evenly matched as far as farm, I would take the Spectre any day of the week.
And it really comes down to, I think, anti-mage just getting more net worth, maybe about the 25-30 minute mark. That's snowballing after that, but
sure.
But the problem is that Spectre's right with him. However, Jonas has done a very good job. Now Fear, they actually miss. He's missing and actually has to pop up the dive here and throw up the egg as well. Fear just walks away. As you mentioned, he's too fast. That's a supernova expended for nothing unless he can somehow find this kill. Fear, oh, he has the creep wave behind it. He's got to be careful. AUI coming in, but now here's Sumail, ball lightning further. Now out of mana, Jonas in trouble. He's going to turn around, and that's going to be enough. It looks like it might just be there. He needs a remedy, he needs something. His ball lightning's not quite there yet. TP in, Sumail going in too deep. Won't find the kill. Jonas fogs him. The Haunt comes out, and it will look like Fear does get the kill. Hanskin, actually. They're going to send B-Rabbit home. Sumail going to get sent back home. Hanskin stops his black hole. Might go down. The creep's not able to secure the kill. Meanwhile, middle lane, Lip's gonna fall. Universe popping the roar. Now silence up. Ancient Seal. Arcane Bolt. Is it enough? No. Look at the heals coming out from PPD as well. 2 quick kills for Evil Geniuses. Almost 3 as well. NIP. Somehow not getting a single kill there. They were so close to both Sumail and Fear dying, and it just wasn't enough.
That was the Dark Troll Summoner, by the way. So showing Hanskin what he could have done last game. Just kidding. That was a very instant cast by Owie. Very nicely done by him. I don't think he gets the kill with the black hole anyway, though, because the black hole damage is actually really pitiful, unless they're like directly in the center, and even then at level 1, it's not that impressive. So it's a nice attempt from Phoenix. At the very least, he's creating space, but that space didn't really matter because they got the kill on mid with the roar plus PPD being in the area with the Witch Doctor. So at the very least, Anti-Mage is still farming. He's up to 56 last hits, which is great, but I think the Beastmaster is getting a lot, and he's up to level almost 8. If he gets that fast blink too, it's just going to be so good with the extra Hawk vision that he provides for Sumail, and just, nope, heal coming out for Owie. Maybe just to heal his creeps.
Yeah. Just some topping off. Jonas is going in again, but this time he might be able to kill AUI. He's got a body block, nice and snare. Now the Supernova. AUI in some trouble. Voodoo Restoration. AUI stays alive. Sumail coming in, didn't get hit by the Fire Spirits. And again, Jonas is just a bit too aggressive with his play. It was a good idea, but they don't have vision to scout out rotations, which you mentioned before. Very, very close, but no cigar.
I don't know why he's doing these plays. He has no vision of the enemy whatsoever. He's just kind of YOLOing, and it's definitely not paying off. Even if he gets the kill, the thing about the egg is it's so crappy at level 1. We talk about it all the time, but yeah, it just dies instantly. Even with the Fire Spirits on, sometimes heroes can get a couple auto attacks off, and if one hero is in the area, which they were up, roar up top, here comes Sumail with the regen rune still. Gonna be an easy kill for Sumail with a setup from Universe. And
Universe did a lot of damage on its own.
This is really good for EG because their lineup is not even so strong early game, it's strong in the mid game. Like 10-15 minutes from now it'll be super strong, but they're already off to a very fast start.
And Era's still trying to get to that battlefield. He's not too far off. He needs the broadsword as well as the Void Stone to get the Perseverance, but Sumail's going to stay top for the time being. He has a Remnant up here. Actually, then with the Hawk is what's giving vision. Down bottom. TP rotations in to try to go on Fear. So rotations for both the safe lanes to try to find the enemy safe lane. Or Fear will back up to underneath his tower. Era is headed to the jungle, and that means now that it looks like EG is going to be able to get this tier 1 tower with the push from Chan. They even popped the Buckler for this as well, which they're not too far off from the mech there. What about Hanskin? So they're about even in terms of mech timing. They should get it about the same time if they both get these tier 1 towers. Actually, just kidding, Hanskin already had his. So I guess I was wrong, but...
Radiant structures
I bet they're really confused too when they TP down here because they placed a sentry ward, but it's just out of range of the actual observer ward, which is very far up and to the right of it, so it's actually not there.
No!
He's in trouble. He's going to try to skewer away to safety. Almost gets it, but it doesn't matter. Fear would have been in there with the Spectral Dagger anyway with an attack, so... Witch Doctor gets the kill. I think a heal came out. No, it didn't. I thought I heard something, but...
Nope. I don't know. We just came to the wrong neighborhood. He was not expecting the entire team of VG to be there. So that is enough for him to get the kill. He's down for 16 seconds. What is he looking? Oh, he's actually very close to his blink. He might have had it had he not died there.
I think he actually probably did, to be honest. Maybe he just didn't buy it in time.
Yeah, I think that was the case. Fear gonna get jumped on. Malphus is gonna go with Spectre and a freeze. Black Hole gonna go. Fear in trouble. The Supernova as well. They can hand it to God to keep him alive, and he still will survive for the time. He pops the bomb. Gets out as well. Universe gonna look to maybe counter-initiate with the roar. Supernova and Black Hole expended, not getting a kill because AUI watching his carry safely, making sure he pops the Hand of God, which he had just come off cooldown. Nicely played.
And he goes for the Mask of Madness too, Spectre. Very interesting. He's actually putting points into stats too, I think, over Desolate. I don't agree with that. I mean, I can maybe see a case for a mom, but I mean, I don't think it really matters. EG are in a really fantastic spot. Sumail has a Yules, I think, completed. Yeah, he does.
A new build we've seen from him.
Shows you how confident really they are with this game, because the fast Orchids could have been really good against the Anti-Mage, but this gives him a ton of mana for each end. This gives him the ability to get out of the silence of the Sky Wrath, which is the main reason why he purchased it.
Yep. This is something he's done before, especially it was in the series against Not Today where he did the same thing. But they're gonna jump in. He's gonna find Jonas, and he just doesn't have that. Doesn't have that ultimate. Now there's gonna be the haunt coming through. Olympia's gonna get ensnared up, but Steelkid, that's the main target for Fear. He's gonna find him. The axe is going in. All lightning. Chanel looking for Limp. Can't quite get the kill, but he's close. Still, it's a 2-for-1 trade in the end, and that's certainly huge. Era actually rotates mid as well, trying to fight. He's still not at his Battle Fury yet. 14-minute tread Battle Fury is not bad either, so...
No, it's actually pretty good. But the biggest thing is that they pressure that top tower. It was really good for ET to do that, because it not only does it limit the space of where anti-mage can farm, but it forces him to take, like for instance, right there, it forces him to take lanes that teammates could have been farming otherwise. And that's the biggest issue. So then, when we look at the net worth chart here, if things continue this way in about 5 minutes, we're going to see a pretty high anti-mage, and then we're going to see nothing after that from the side of Nip. Maybe Enigma, but then that's it. No one else will have really any farm. So
unless Limp hits some big RPs, I think, but that remains to be seen. He hit one just a moment ago to be able to secure a kill, I think, on the Witch Doctor, but the Universe is actually pretty far up himself. He does have a Blink Dagger now, by the way, which he just purchased, which is pretty big. So at this point, again, NIP have some frightening team fight. They have the anti-mage who you mentioned is going to be up at the top, and should be there, no problems whatsoever. They are kind of missing out on some tower kills, though. Tier 1 bottom is still available for EG to get with NIPs, but if you look at all the Tier 1s, the only one they took down was the opposing Tier 1 as well, which is very important for the same reason why they took down the anti-mages Tier 1.
Dire's bottom tower
Just to make sure he can't get as much farm, but Fear is sitting up pretty far. He's up to 2,000 gold. What are the chances he goes for a Radiance after this? Is that probable for Spectre, or...?
Well, the fact that he's pulled this much gold, it kind of leads you to believe that maybe he will.
Okay.
He finally put the last point into Spectral Dagger. I just think it's funny that he would put points into, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. Oh, mid lane.
I'm going to jump in the roar into Jonas, and he might be able to Supernova, but no. Doesn't have enough time. Maybe he's the ultimate vortex from the Storm Spirit. Nice kill. Top lane, they're going to go on Steelkid. Mystic Flare is going to go. It's going to miss. Hanskid doesn't have Black Hole for about 5 seconds. Fear is kind of alone here. AUI is nearby. He has Hand of God. He can mech him, and he will. So they didn't commit too hard, but NIP are getting pincered on. PPD's going to come in. If they get this cask off, oh dear, this could be a problem. They're going to have to split up. It's going to bounce to both of them. Steelkid now going to make his way out of there. They actually missed the body block coming from PPD, but Hanskid's going to get caught. Death Ward going to go. PPD, maybe not the best Death Ward, but still. It is going to be their kill, and they'll continue to push top down.
Running the train. They're all kind of sticking together, and it's paying off. They have big items. They have the Haunt that was already used. Storm Spirit's just really, really good in these. Once Storm Spirit gets any kind of core item, whether it's Euls, Orchids, Bloodstone, it doesn't matter. He just needs the mana pool and the mana regen. And that makes it really easy to just kind of fight in the elongated fights. Especially when you have a mech on your belt, too. You have that safety net. Also, one of the best combos, I didn't even really touch on this, in the game, is, especially in the late game, is this Chen plus Storm Spirit combo. You can zip in, send them back home, and really get crazy and not have to worry too much about it.
Yeah, now IP are going to have to find a way to deal with that Storm Spirit. It's going to be tough because the Ancient Seal now not even as big of a problem. No one's going to really get an Orchid either. So it's pretty much RP and Black Hole.
Yeah.
So, not easy. But they do have the Blink on the Magnus. He got treads as well. Arrow now has his Battle Fury, which he finished up at about 15. So he has a lot of CS. Unsurprisingly, the Anti-Mage is the most CS in the game. I really think... Jonas, okay, I was like, where are his boots? But that's all he has is Tranquils and a wand, and I guess 2 gauntlets. He does finish with the Urn, okay, that's fine, but he is kind of low. He needs to regen up before they find a hero.
Yeah, an interesting thing too is Fear decided to not put a second point into Haunt. He could have before he activated it last time, I was wondering. Oh, here comes, is this a smoke?
Yeah, it is. RP up on the Universe. They're going to skewer him back in. Can they get this kill? It would be big. They're going to find it. Nicely played from NIP. They need something. Even just a single hero, that's fine. Universe bought his gem before dying, I believe, so doesn't really lose any gold. That's important, but still, something for NIP to get, which is big.
Yeah, I mean, they need something. It would be nice if that kill was on a Storm Spirit, but I guess you have to take what you can get. But yeah, he put only 1 point into Haunt and more points in the stats, which I suppose if you're going to put it in any other point, stats would make sense because you want the extra Haunt duration or illusion duration for when they're desolating people. But if you only have 1 point in Desolate, it doesn't really make that much of a difference. I'm still not a fan of it, but I guess it makes sense if you're not putting any more points in a Desolate. And it looks like he is going to go for the Radiance. I can't imagine him saving up 3,400 gold for Yasha.
Yeah, that's a little too much gold. Mr. Moneybags, but 3,400 gold for him. He's very close to Relic. Orchid was the choice for Storm Spirit. I was going to actually ask you what you thought of Orchid versus Bloodstone, but in this situation, to stop the Anti-Mage from blinking around, to be able to secure the kill, Orchid makes sense. I think this is a solid choice. And
yeah, I mean, it's definitely good, and I still think he's going to have it before the Anti-Mage gets his Battle Fury. Or, sorry, his Manta. So, I mean, I understand exactly why he's going to build he did with the Yules into Orchids. Makes a lot of sense, and he's getting it at a very, very fast time.
Yeah. That's pretty good. 18 minutes. Top lane is going to get pressured here. Tier 2 for Tier 2, potentially. I think any trade right now might be beneficial to NIP because of their position. They're down 5,000 net worth. And they will get Tier 2. Not a bad trade.
Jam up on Universe. It's really, really strong on Beastmaster for obvious reasons. You can have the... Oh, there we see the Zip with the send back. Storm. He's going to go back to base, has his Orchids finished. And that's a kill onto any hero, I think, unless the Enigma's around with the mech. That's the only situation where I think you need to... where you'd be in trouble, but... They're going to go for a Roshan, it looks like, here. The bird is coming over to scout things out. It's gone a little bit higher. I don't know if... Okay, now it's going to
They see it now, for sure. They know they're around Roshan. EG, we're smoked up. PPD is nearby. There's no vision for the Dire, though. So they'll back away currently. Radiant's getting out of there. Alright, so...
Relic
the time being... Yeah, now Fear with the Relic. So Radiance is very close. And when the Radiance gets up, then your supports, that's when it becomes a problem. Even the Enigma with the mech, although he is going BKB, which is huge, he still will take a lot of damage here, but Seal will almost die instantly, I think. If Nip hit a 5-man RP Black Hole, they can get continuous lockdown for 8.5 seconds at their current levels. That is a big if.
Yeah.
A gigantic if, maybe the biggest if I've ever had in Dota. But it is an if, and it's possible. Anything's possible, really.
It is, like I said, as we saw from the very beginning, the first Black Hole cast. As long as he has Dark Troll Summoners available, which he's trying to cast them back now. Ah, nice. Eric gets 3 creeps right there before... Oh, Eric in some trouble. Doesn't have the Manta to get out of this.
Sumail's alone. Orchid, Soulbird's not going to do enough damage to kill, and Sumail's actually out of mana. He had a DD as well and couldn't secure that kill. And Era's on the hunt, but there's a Tier 1 tower in the way. And Sumail is actually going to go ahead and just regen up quickly with his Orchid. And, of course, his Yule Scepter as well, giving him a lot of mana regen, unfortunately. Now, stop. The Haunt's going to come through. They're going to fight this. I'm not sure. Maybe just to get top quicker, but now the Haunt's gone. That was weird.
That was kind of weird. Maybe he thought he could do more damage to the heroes with this Radiance. He just wanted to let him know that he has his Radiance and he means business. Hanskin, he's spotted out here by this Hawk. Doesn't have mech. Nice deny from Hanskin. And a good earn there, by the way. That was really important that Era lived, because that means that he actually can complete his Manta now. Which means that Orchids is not useless, of course. He can cast on other heroes, but it makes it so Anti-Mage can farm a little bit more aggressively. And now, ooh, he's actually... Oh, nice blink out.
The Universe was nearby. Universe probably going for Seth. Fear got his ratings 3 minutes faster than the median timing, despite purchasing the Mom first. I think that has a lot to do with the laning, like
Jonas
going for the Spectre.
Yeah.
And well, yeah, I mean, Jonas fan also giving him a lot of kill subs too. Kind of just helping his cause. But like, usually when you see a Spectre, it's like, okay, well, we're going to go for an aggro tri-lane now, or an aggro dual lane, or we're going to make the Spectres like the living hell by rotating early. That just wasn't the case. They didn't really do that much. I will say this for NIP is that with Empower and the Battle Fury, despite being down, they still have a lot of damage with right-click if they ever want to fight with Era, which should happen pretty soon. Whether that's with a BKB, or just his Banto, or maybe a Heart of Trash, or a Pistol, or whatever he wants to go for. Try to go for the haste. Era actually blinks up onto the high ground and gets stuck, but the blink cooldown short enough that it's not really a big deal, and even eats his way through.
Yeah, that's nice they took the haste away from Sumail, though. Storm Spirit can do great things with hastes or DD runes. And so denying that from him, kind of wasting his time a little bit, just helps out in the long run. I think the only problem, though, is like, yes, Anti-Mage he's very, very good against Storm Spirit once he loses the mana. He can carry this, of course, with the Empower makes him a lot stronger. I would just hope to see his net worth be, like, a little bit higher, because you want Anti-Mage, like you mentioned, Anti-Mage excels at just getting to that higher net worth and getting to his items faster than most heroes. But again, putting carry versus carry, I would much rather prefer in general a Spectre that had the same amount of farm, just because he does more to your other team with relative ease. I mean, he presses R or whatever your key is bound to, and I think it's T for.
I was gonna say that sounds right. Legacy.
Yeah. Then it really hurts the supports of Nip. Which actually, it's only Seal Kit, really. I mean, the others aren't really going to get hurt that much.
I'm really... Now I'm searching Dota 2 list of legacy keys. I don't really want to know.
Yeah, I'm trying to... Sometimes I try to refresh my memory, because I used to use them when I played Dota 1 for a little bit, but... Now I'm just a core user, a QWER user.
Well, there's actually a list on the Dota 2 wiki. That's pretty nice. I'm not going through all of these.
Oh, this could be really bad for Nip. I don't think they're going to win this at all. Limp is taking a lot of damage. Han's up and ready to go.
Low, though.
This is going to be
They're going to use it. Sumail's going to jump in. RP, though, onto 2. Limp getting low. The Black Hole as well. They've taken Roche. Aegis has been picked up by the AM. Fear is low. Sumail zips out. Turns into a 4 for 1. But the Aegis up for air. He's going to try to fight now. AUI is in trouble. PPD and Universe, they're out of war. They're out of their abilities. No depth ward. But Jonas something in some trouble. Gonna get chased out. PPD gonna try to right click. AUI about to fall. Not dead yet. Body blocking. Jonas is about to go down. It's gonna turn into a 4 for 2. PPD is gonna survive. Era already mana voided. Somehow EG do somehow win that engagement, but still very, very close. That could have gone either way. Big RP Black Hole combo. They knew it was coming, but it just wasn't enough.
No, I mean, I thought the game was going to be over there for Nip. Like, I think they absolutely should have lost that, but thank God. Did they actually get the Roche kill, too? I think they did.
Yes, they got Roche kill and the Aegis. It said picked up, so...
You're right, yeah. I mean, if he doesn't get that, they lose. That could have just been the game. Because Limp was taking a lot of damage. Thank God for him that he got the RP off, because...
Yes.
He could have easily just died to Sumail zipping in. EG did everything correct. PVD came out of the winner with the 659 gold gain. Yeah, that's nice for him. He's certainly going to need it. There's a ping up top. Universe does have a roar. But Sumail's not nearby. Oh, Era spots him out.
They need bots on Sumail if they want to try to do that kind of engagement or something. That is a 25-minute ags for AUI. Is there there's no golem, unfortunately. But still, that's ridiculous. That fight, he gained so much gold, he must have. And also, I just forget how quickly AUI is known to farm things. I mean, that is what he's known for, at least with Cloud9. But now with this item, he's feeling pretty good. I don't think he wants this little Ancient Thunderhide. He's like,
He's going to stack it and hope for a better respawn.
Let's see. This is the important point in the game. Is it going to be
Radiant's
the
middle
Ancient
tower is
Golem? It is! Oh, the RNG is with him.
Yeah, that's going to be really good for him. I mean, he got 2 kills in that last engagement, so he's got 4 kills under his belt. I think the bigger thing, too, is, as Motpax noted, is that PPD got a lot of gold out of that, too. So despite him being the 5 support, he's actually going to have, I think, if he keeps up this pace, a relatively fast Aghanims, which is obviously one of the best upgrades for support in the game.
This is such an important item. Era, because he survived there, he gets up to very close to a heart. He can actually buy the Reaver now. Might sit for buyback. They'll counter ward for Evil Genius's Universe still with that Gem of True Sight. He hasn't died since he picked it up. And Fear now with Radiance. He also, I think, has a... Okay, he's going for a heart as well. So Fear's going to have a heart pretty soon.
Did you just pick up a Reaver?
Yeah, he's got a Reaver. It's flying out.
Okay, nice.
So that's
I
nice.
am happy to see, though, where Era's net worth is lying. I think that's where it about needs to be. And if they can keep making sure that he gets this Empower every single time, like, he is going to do a ton of damage in fights. I'm almost wondering if BKB was maybe the right decision, although it is... You don't really want to build a BKB against the Roar, but...
There's still a lot of magic damage to deal with.
Yeah.
I think Sumail is also... But he does have, obviously, a Mana Shield, which is fine, but... A Spell Shield, I should say. But, Sumail does a lot of damage. And so does Fear as well, with his Radiance, his Desolate, and all that jazz. And I feel like... I think the biggest thing, at least when I play pubs with Spectres, is that people just forget to pick up BKBs against Spectres because of how much damage they do with the Radiance and Desolate, so... Maybe
Era.
that's my opinion, but Era is now up top, and he might be in trouble. They have the Hawk, they can Blink Roar.
They might just go for the back line instead.
And they'll try. Era actually walks into the Orc Mantis out of it. Now it's going to get roared up. The Ball Lightning Era in trouble. RP misses. The Radiant stops it. Actually canceled it. Just kidding. They kill Era. Now Sumail going to use up. Fear going right on top of Hanskin. I think he really missed the black hole. Lip in trouble as well. Lip's about to fall. And NIP, they are crumbling. The Yule Scepter keeping up Limp for the time being, but Fear will try to take him down. Won't actually be able to get the kill. Jonas almost going and getting Sumail, but now with no Icarus dive, Fear is going to go and right-click him. Yule's up. Universe grabs the kill on Limp on the backside. PPD coming in with the cast. He's going to go down. It is a triple kill for Fear. The only hero going down for EG is Sumail, and they take all 5. And that might just be it, honestly. That could have just swung the game heavily in favor for Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, that's. Oh, he didn't even have this heart flown out to him. That's kind of why. I was wondering why he died so fast. It's because the heart wasn't purchased yet for him. And yeah, I mean, he's not going to have his buyback. Nobody has buyback. This is easily going to be a set of racks. Might even be 2 because I think the EG can still keep fighting. Like they don't have RP, they don't have black hole, which, by the way, was on 2 creeps of Universe.
That's what I thought.
It didn't hit anything.
I was like, that didn't seem like it hit much. It's tough to keep track sometimes when the fight's breaking out, but the RP, by the way, was just not great.
It was okay. It hit.
Didn't hit 1?
It hit Sumail, which was important,
yeah,
but they just didn't have any follow-up. The problem is, like, EG's lineup is just incredibly easy to execute. Like I said, once they get their items, if they didn't have any aggression onto their heroes, which they had the opposite of that, they had the Phoenix kind of giving up a couple freebies in lane. And once they just get their items, you just press your buttons and you go. Like, there's really little to fear, except like we mentioned, the 4 or 5 NRPs or black holes, but that's just a very, very big if.
They need to get something like a BKB for Magnus or something, because honestly the Radiance Burn stopping it, well, it's even just the right click stopping it from blinking there. You saw he canceled his RP, then he had to skewer forward to get the RP up and ready to go. And it's going to be even harder now. And by the way, you predicted this earlier on in the game. You said it's going to be Anti-Mage up at 17,000 or whatever net worth, and there's not going to be anybody for NIP nearby after that. That is exactly the case. Almost all 5 of the members of EG are up there, except for PPD, who's only at 6,000, but still 3,000 ahead of the solo support of NIP. And he's PPD is 400 gold away from an Aghanim Scepter as well, so that's frightening.
Yeah, like I said, the biggest reason for that is that they pressured the Anti-Mage's lane, so he had to move into other people's lanes and take their farm. Which is the right decision. Like, he has to get that Battle Fury at a fast clip, but again, that sacrifices the farm of your allies. And then it just totally becomes this, you know, soul hard carry anti-mage, but he just can't do enough against the, like I said, EG's lineup is extremely easy to execute once they get their items. The hardest player, or the person that has the hardest job, honestly, is probably Universe setting up the ganks. But again, once he blinks into roars, his job is pretty much done. He's just kind of there for the aura and maybe
Pop
the boar slow. Yeah.
Then get out of there. That's it. That's all you really need to do.
It's just an incredibly, I mean, it's a nice draft. I just think that NIP should have maybe gone about it with some kind of, well, 1, they should have not let Universe get as much as they did. 2, the Phoenix fed off way too many kills trying to go for aggressive plays. I think that Magnus actually did quite well mid.
Yes.
But I think generally when a Spectre is shown, and it's hard when it's a 5, when it's the last pick Spectre. That's the beauty of it. When you pick Spectre in the last possible pick, it's hard because you already have in your mind what you want to do with the draft, and then you get kind of thrown off. It's like, crap, we have to contest the Spectre, but wait, no, we don't have the heroes of the draft to do it.
There's going to be the Radiance. They actually get the kill easily onto Hanskin, with Sumail jumping in and going up the Hex. They even haunts over to another hero. There's going to be a ball landing further. Actually, Yules is, but there's the RP. They need this kill. Sumail in trouble. And he will buy his items before dying, but they do get the kill nonetheless. Fear's going to get silenced up. Takes down Seal Quid Kickley with the assassination. Now the Roar pops the Necro Unions as well. Air getting right click down. Air is going to have to flick away. He will. Fear going toe-to-toe with Flip. He goes down. Jonas, no Icarus dive available. He uses up Fear nicely done there. He's going to try to stun right into the trees. That won't help out. He's dead. He's going to be down for 64 seconds. And Sumail's sacrifice is not in vain as they take 4 heroes. The only hero not to go down is Era, who is going to try to bring down PPD, who did buy his Ags. He has no TP scroll. There is a Mana Void. They even heal up PPD. The jukes are real. He's going to keep juking around the tree line. Era. Oh, no. Oh, did he see him? He saw him, I think. Yeah, he saw Era, PPD, and yeah, there's Mana Void. That's a kill. That's it.
Dyer's middle
Good old
tower
period.
has fallen.
Yeah, I actually really like Chen with Spectre because you get more HP with the Granite Golem, and that means more damage and more use of this dispersion. So it's really good. When he actually has the Golem near him, he's at 3150 HP, so boosts his HP by 400, which is obviously really good. And it looks like he maybe wants to get a Manta, which I think is just absolutely core onto Spectre because your Manta illusions get the Desolate procs.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. The amount of damage he does already is nifty as hell, but imagine the Manta style how much damage he could do. And he's very close to the AM in terms of net worth, and then it's not even going to be the AM at the top of the charts. And we talked about it, and even net worth situations, Spectre does more.
Yep.
And it's just, NIP now have to go for a kind of all-in play and heading over to Roche. And the problem with this is that luckily the lanes are kind of pushed out, so they won't be noticed too much here, but I imagine somebody...
Maybe Samil baits himself with this...
Oh, they have the skeletons. Oh, they know the skeletons are in the pit. And so now EG know that they're in the pit themselves, or NIP are in the pit rather. But they need to take this quickly if you're NIP. This has to be fast, and I just don't know if it's fast enough right now. This could be kind of tricky. The Hellbear's going to walk in. It's going to get vision. The Haunt's going to go through. They kind of miss time if they just want to fight. They get air, but there's the black hole onto Samil. Seal Kid about to fall. Mystic Flare, RP. But Samil was already dead at that point. Skewer goes through the hand of God. Haunt's going to about to fall, and the Death Ward from PPD cleans up. Cleans house. The Supernova's going to go. It's going to stun Fear for the time being. Sunray, but the roar from Universe keeps Yoda's pen right there. Buyback from Limp. He doesn't have RP. He can blink Skewer. He's going to have to try something here. They see him up with the nice Hawk vision. Limp's going to get scouted out. Universe blinks forward. Right clicks Limp so he can't blink into the pit. He'll use him up for the time being. Air's going to try to jump in. Does not get Roche. Centaur Conqueror stomp. Air in trouble. The Mana Void, but he dies regardless, and Limp's about to fall. That is going to be it. And they even get the Dire Courier. GG called, and Evil Geniuses. The Fear Spectre, too solid. And well played coming up from the side of your Radiant team, Evil Geniuses. Taking the series 1-0. A good start to the series for them, to be sure.
Yeah, and they really made it look easy, honestly. But I still think that there were some big problems that could have been prevented from NIP. I think their draft was actually still fine. Like, I liked their draft. I think they could have done way better in the safe lane. I didn't really see what Skywrath was doing, but when he was pulling and connecting, it's very difficult to pull and connect against a Beastmaster when you're only a dual lane, because he can easily contest with his creeps. So I